Yep, Charlemagne the God, and Andrew Schulz is not here. Hezekiah Walker is filming a movie. Okay, so it's just myself and Alex Media is here. Chris Moreau is here. Taylor Gang not here. She busy being a mother. And she just got a bonus. So yeah, she just got a bonus. She just got a bonus, so she who knows what the hell Taylor's up to right now. But yo, listen, man, Knicks in 5, they did it. Shout out to the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be Knicks in 6. I'm not gonna front. Knicks in 5 it wasn't surprising after you saw, how the Knicks got down, but where do we stand? Greatest playoff run ever?
Has to be. It has to be.
Sixers, 1982 Sixers had
remember that.
Come on.
I believe a faux was the famous quote. They went 4-4 and lost one game. So it's a similar thing.
It's like over 4 decades ago. Come on.
Oh, yes, historically.
I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment, man. I'm just simply saying that when I watched the New York Knicks in this playoff series, you felt the magic. And I haven't felt that in a long time for a team, yo. Mm-hmm. I haven't looked at a team and say, yo, that's a magical team in a really, 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 really long time. Mm-hmm. Not even the Golden State Warriors, and they were magical.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why I don't look at the Golden State Warriors in that way, because they had all-world talent. They had Steph Curry's, they had Klay Thomas, they had prime Draymond, then they ended up getting Kevin Durant. Now that the first team that won a championship without Kevin Durant, that was magic, but they were just really good, right? Then they came back and they went 73 and fucking 9. That was a magical team, but they lost in the finals. But once again, they had otherworldly Hall of Fame elite talent.
So we didn't know that at the time.
With Steph, we did.
Nah, we kind of knew with Steph.
With Steph,
we were already calling the Splash Brothers and stuff like that.
But they had a little bit of like an underdog status at first. That changed once they became established.
After the first one, I don't think they had no underdog status. They went 73 and 9, Chris.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I would say the difference is I've never seen the magic on the court at that level and then the magic off the court match it, right? So like there's almost two things going on. Like there's the games itself, and this is talking as someone who was in New York for it. Like I've never seen anything like this in New York.
Yeah.
Like since 9/11, which was not a positive thing, but that's the closest parallel. Like even my dad called me the other night and was like, what was the energy? Like, have you ever seen the energy in New York on that level? And I was like, yeah, 9/11, the energy was off the charts, but in a completely different way. Like, there's never
I've never seen New York have this kind of joy.
Joy.
Yeah. Bro.
Hope. Belief.
You know what's crazy? So me and Schulz, we went to the game.
Oh, yeah, tell us.
I honestly wish I was in New York because like one, being at the game was exciting as fuck. But then after the fact, San Antonio, they wanted their blood back. Like they were out in the streets. Everybody who had anything Knicks on, they was fuck you. They were trying to start fights with people. People were getting jumped. Some dude.
So what happened to your suck my dick? What happened to your New York suck my dick, Alex? Suck my dick. That's what you're supposed to say. I don't give a fuck where you at. You a New Yorker. If you out of state and Spurs is acting like that, suck my dick.
Texas is a
open carry state.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. You know where you at.
Yeah. You're right.
But it was crazy. It was the excitement, and to be in that room to see that happen was fucking amazing. But still, New York I've never seen it like this.
Yo, that video of when the Knicks won, and they was just like what Manhattan sounded like. Somebody just had their phone or something outside, like they were just recording. They weren't even in, they were like in a building and they were recording out the window and you could hear the whole city going crazy. That shit gave me chills, man.
It sounded like during COVID, remember like 7 o'clock when they would like clap for all the nurses and first responders?
Oh, right, like bang on pots and everything.
That's
I wasn't even here for that.
Yeah.
I was in Jersey. I didn't see that shit. Yeah.
So like at 7 o'clock every time in New York, we would like, everybody would just cheer for the first responders. And it would just be, the whole city would just go.
Where the fuck was the first responders at?
Like, because they had to be on the front, like they had to be in the hospitals while everybody was dying. And
Got you. Nah, that shit was incredible, man. I've been here for 20 years. I've seen the Giants win. I've seen the Yankees win. I've seen the Mets have a run. I've seen the Mets have a run. I've never felt anything like this Knicks shit, yo. Like, New York is really a basketball city, man. And shout out to the Knicks. I seen a video somebody posted. That shit said, Charlemagne the God's xenophobic take on Victor Wembanyama. And they were playing clips from Brilliant Idiots when I was having the conversation about how a foreigner can't be the face of the NBA. I'm like, how the fuck? That shit made me go look up what xenophobic was again. I'm like, how the fuck was that xenophobic? And ain't Victor a fucking alien? So what the fuck are we even talking about? But it was, see right there, Charlemagne the God goes on an insane xenophobic rant targeting foreign players not born in America.
Yo, that's crazy. Like, yo, the reach to get some views online.
The reach is crazy, right? So here's my thing. All the Knicks victory did was prove why, when you are an American-born NBA player with a blue-collar story like Jalen Brunson and the Knicks being a blue-collar team, when you have
I wouldn't call Jalen Brunson blue-collar, but okay.
Brunson is blue-collar. I'm talking about the way they play.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about the way they play, the type of team that they are.
Dad's a former player. You kind of had a little access that other people
but this is a team who, when you look at all of their starters, it's like nobody wanted them. Yeah. Dallas let Jalen go out there and test the free market. OG was somewhere else, they ended up letting him go. Mikal got traded, but the fact that they would trade him, Mikal Bridges. Karl Anthony Towns went to the Western Conference Finals with the Minnesota Timberwolves, and Minnesota said, you know how we can be better? Let's get rid of Cat. Like that shit, it makes no logical sense. Those five people come together. What's the quote, Chris? The sum of all parts equal a whole or something like that. Like, that's what happened with the New York Knicks. And they came together and had a historic playoff fucking run. I don't know if it's because it's New York City. I don't know if it's because we watched somebody like Jalen Brunson look like Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant in the NBA Finals.
That's a big statement right there.
It's not even, I just say looked like, because I remember watching Bulls games, and no matter what the score was, you didn't turn because you knew Michael Jordan could win this shit for the Chicago Bulls. Yeah. You watched the Lakers games and you didn't turn because no matter what was going on, you realized Kobe could probably win this game for the Lakers. That shit happened in 5 games with Jalen Brunson.
Yeah,
and he had shooting struggles in like the first 2 or 3, but still found ways at the end of the game to win. And then he just put it all together in games 4 and 5. Game 5, you dropped 45 in San Antonio?
So I'll let Schulz make this case when he's back, but after the game, we were having a debate. He's trying to make the claim that Jalen Brunson is the best player in the NBA right now.
He is.
Really, without a doubt, you'll say that?
Right now.
The best player in the NBA?
Listen, you can only grade things based off what happens throughout a whole season. Mm-hmm. He's the last man standing, last team standing, king of the hill, had an amazing playoff run. At this moment in time, right now, as we speak, Jalen Brunson is the best player in the NBA.
Wow. He's the best guard, for sure.
That's different. Is he the best player? So you're saying you get...
Who was the best player before?
Jokic.
Yeah, there's a few. Like, right now, if you can assemble a team, your very first pick is Jalen Brunson?
Nah, it wouldn't be my first pick.
So that's the best player, that's your first pick.
He wouldn't be my first pick.
But I will say this, going down the stretch,
gotta have
to your
Jalen
point,
Brunson.
I'd rather have Brunson than Jokic.
Gotta have
Jokic struggles if you put him in a one-on-one situation. If it's 2 minutes left, a minute 30 left, and you need a bucket, I don't know if Jokic can get it for you every time.
Oh, yeah, clutch. I want Brunson. Yeah.
To your point, I've been watching the NBA since 1980 religiously. The person I was most fearful in crunch time was Jordan. Without a doubt. Second most fearful?
Reggie Miller.
No, Bird.
Oh, okay.
Bird. Every time I was just like, it's over. He just knew he was going to find a way to win. I think Brunson is like approaching, you just knew coming down the stretch, he's going to go. Now,
every time.
Let's tell the truth. That drive he had over Wemby that everyone's saying is one of the greatest plays in NBA history, blatant push off. Elbowed him in the stomach.
Ain't the fuck that. Nah, I have no
remorse. But so was Jordan's push off on Byron Russell. Yeah. So, what am I going to do?
You could take his face off the screen, Chris. I'm not playing that. His face is disgusting me. But it says Charlemagne the God gives in the same. I'm not playing that. But listen, I don't have no remorse for Victor Wembanyama. I told y'all this shit before on the pod, and I saw y'all comments, and y'all said I was tripping. The most overhyped so-called superstar face of the league ever.
Wow.
I hated the David and Goliath marketing. How the fuck is he Goliath? He hasn't won anything. The Knicks and Spurs, this iteration of the Spurs team, and the Knicks being in the finals should have been an even exchange across the board. There shouldn't have been, I understand that, Vegas had odds 2-1, but what has Victor Wembanyama won for him to be Goliath? He's Goliath because he's tall, and Jalen is small. Like, he's not a tough giant to slay. Who the fuck is Victor Wembanyama?
He just beat the defending champs, who everybody thought would be untouchable this year.
Injured defending champs.
Missing 2 starters.
Injured Minnesota Timberwolves team. What do we, the hype for Victor is ridiculous.
It's because you see moments where it all comes into focus and you're like, there are moments where you're like, if he strings enough of these moments together, there's no stopping him.
Yeah.
But he's not evidently capable of stringing enough of them together yet. Will he get there? Yeah, he's going to get there.
I don't think so.
He'll get there.
Chris, he disappeared in the fourth quarter for every single game.
He just doesn't have a move. He doesn't have a go-to move. You can't give him the ball with a minute left and be like, get us a bucket.
Because he thinks he's Kevin Durant.
He's incapable.
If you gave him the bucket around the rim, he probably could. How the fuck are you working out with KG and Hakeem Olajuwon in the offseason, but you still out there trying to play like Kevin Durant? That guy is so overrated, yo.
Yeah.
He's beyond over. When OG backed him down and dunked on him 2 hands, I'm like, this guy he's worthless in the fourth quarter. You can't get me a bucket in the fourth, and you can't even stop people from getting buckets in the fourth. Like, he's overrated.
Still young, so I'll give him time, because like people were saying this about Braun, fourth quarter Braun, and he changed his game where he became more dependable.
I was thinking about
not to Brunson's level though.
Not Brunson's level, but still way better than in the beginning of his career.
This is Brunson's first NBA Finals, and he showed us who he is.
That's true.
That's Captain fucking Clutch. Yeah. I think they should call him Captain Crunch, okay? Put him on the front of the fucking Captain Crunch box. Fuck Wheaties, okay? But he showed us who he is. Victor showed us who he is. This was literally supposed to be a star-making finals for Victor Wembanyama. It couldn't get no better. Oh, yeah. You're playing against the New York Knicks in the #1 media market. You're the face of the league for whatever reason, are supposed to be the face of the league, and all you did was show us why you're not ready to be the face of the league and why foreigners can't be the face of the league.
So is Brunson face of the league?
Right now.
I think he is.
Right now. But also the face of the league conversation is it's a little much too, because there's only been a few faces of the league. There's only been a few. Magic, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, LeBron, Steph, and then you have the other people like the Shaquille O'Neals.
Did you say Kobe?
I don't think so.
That was the time Kobe had it for a couple
Kobe
years.
had culture. The league didn't want to give it to Kobe because of the other stuff that happened. You know what I mean? Like, the league didn't want to make him the face of the league, but he had it. He went to 3 finals in a row, 1, 2, like Kobe should have won MVP one of those years.
Shaq's not a face of the league at a certain point?
I think Shaq was at a certain point.
Because he had the endorsements, he had the publicity, he had the rings.
I feel like they were co-face of the league during their running with the Lakers, because they both kind of had it.
I think Kobe Bryant was an unofficial face of the league, and he was a cultural face of the league. I don't think the NBA. I mean, think about endorsement, like McDonald's and everybody backed away from Kobe. Nike couldn't really run no major campaigns for him for a while. Like God bless the dead. Everybody does a lot of revisionist history to Kobe.
That is true.
He was amazing on the basketball court. #2 greatest basketball player of all time. But during that time, there was a lot of backing away of Kobe.
Yeah.
And
Kobe didn't get what he should have got.
He was seen as selfish. Let's tell the truth. He shot all the time.
Yeah.
Even the 81-point game, it was like there was backlash against that. So yeah, I think that's fair.
It was that. Then it was the when the stuff happened in Colorado. Then it was the stuff with Shaq when he made the comments about you see what I forgot what it was, but you see what Shaq paid. It was just a lot of reasons why the league didn't put the gas.
He was a divisive guy. Like, he wasn't nearly as well loved when he was here, unfortunately, as he has been in death.
Absolutely.
Like there's been a new narrative. I think that's fair to say.
And I'm gonna tell you who will be though, just to get off the Spurs and the Knicks for a second. You let Cooper Flag have an amazing season next year. And y'all gonna understand what face of the league looks like. They've been waiting on a white guy. They've been waiting on an all-American white guy.
He gotta get a new haircut. He's gotta do a couple things, but he'll be all right.
Hey, he'll be fine. As long as he don't do nothing to insult anybody, you know what I'm saying? He stays on the straight and narrow. Yeah. If he comes out in balls next year, you're gonna see what face of the league looks like. Because he's ready to go. But Wembyana is overhyped, man.
So Luka can't be the face?
No, he's
good-looking
not
white guy?
Yeah, he's not
LA, biggest market?
You're not from America. I don't make the rules. The New York Knicks are showing you the difference. Is there not a difference between the Knicks winning and OKC winning?
Sure, but that's market.
No, it's not. Who's the star of OKC?
I feel...
A foreigner. He's not. If Shai was from
there's a difference between Toronto and Croatia or wherever Luka's from, right? Yeah, he's from Canada. The guy is from Toronto. He went to Kentucky. Like he's not that foreign. He's not that foreign.
He just got a Nike deal yesterday.
He dates Kardashians, whatever.
He had Converse. Nobody was wearing Converse because of Shai. It don't translate. Same thing with Denver. The star is a foreigner. It don't translate.
That I'll give you. I don't know if... I noticed we were mispronouncing it. Shai or Shea? Shea. All right, whatever.
Can you imagine if Jokic was from Kansas? You know the conversations that they would be having about
like a
Jokic?
Nice Greg Ostertag. If Greg Ostertag was nice.
Can you imagine the conversations that would be happening around Jokic if he was from fucking Kansas? Like, it's just different in New York. The Knicks are showing us that. Storied franchise, hasn't won in 53 years, biggest media market. Jalen Brunson, they've been on everything over the last week.
Yeah. It's crazy.
They've been on everything. Like, that is the difference between being an American NBA superstar and being a superstar from another country.
Well, people love OG. He's the second biggest hero to come out of this. He's not American.
But it's Jalen. We love OG, but it's Jalen. It's because of Jalen and Cat. Like and OG's right there. I love OG from Nigeria. OG has become one of my favorite players in the NBA because those are the type of players I like. I rooted for the Draymond Greens of the world.
I said here last time before Game 4, I was like, he's the second most important player on the Knicks.
I think you're right.
And God damn it if he didn't win that game.
I think you're right.
Now, did he foul on that layup? Yes.
Oh, come on. Yo, Christian.
No. We just have to tell the truth here. We have to tell the truth. In Game 4, when they were down 30, the amount of text I was getting from Knicks fans being like, the fix is in, this shit is fucking rigged. So if it was rigged, why didn't they call the foul at the end? It wasn't rigged.
I thought refs missed a lot.
The Knicks fans were showing their ass when they were down 30, let's be honest.
Okay, yeah, so what?
It has to be said. Because there's been so much cockiness and swagger since then. I'm like, you guys were fucking panicking. I have the text. I have the receipts from hardcore
I'm laughing because you're not 100% wrong, but it don't matter.
I'm 100% right. That's what I'm...
We had Jose Alvarado on, and Jose was saying how he was just talking about how fucked up the energy was for Game 3.
Right.
Right? He was just like, we had to be there mad early. He was just like, everything was off. And I was like, that was God. Because I think about it, right? Like, I had Knicks in 6, but after seeing what I saw, Knicks would have swept the Spurs. I really believe that if they didn't have that disruption of President Trump coming for Game 3. Can you imagine if the Knicks had won Game 3 and then won Game 4 the way that they did in Madison Square Garden? New York would be missing 2 boroughs right now. Like right now, 2 boroughs gone, up in flames immediately. Bronx, out of here. Okay, they'd have burnt the Bronx the fuck down. All right. Parts of Brooklyn gone.
I'm actually surprised. We're pretty tame. Like, we ain't destroyed the city that much.
Can we acknowledge and salute the real MVP of the series?
Who?
The Sixers fan who came and showed up in the Dennis Rodman jersey.
Oh, he was a Sixers fan?
Yeah, he's from Philly.
Yo, this is
Well, he's a Spurs fan?
No. he's a Sixers fan. He was just looking to avenge what they did to us. Hold on, where is
Get
this?
the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So he wore a Spurs jersey just because he wanted action?
Yep. He just wanted the smoke.
That's why I'm not mad at a lot of Spurs fans I saw getting beat up.
Nah.
Because no, I saw a lot of that type of trolling, yo. You seen the kid Ty Lil had to stop this one kid. He was like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? You from New York. Stop doing that shit for fucking clout.
Oh, yeah.
He put on the Spurs jersey and then was taunting the crowd of New Yorkers. So you telling me that this guy that they calling the Incredible Hulk put on a Spurs jersey, but he's a Philly fan, he just wanted action?
That's it.
Where you've heard this from, Chris?
From his IG account, DWallace_Wallace27. I'm from North Philly. I just wanted the smoke.
Oh, wow.
Yo, don't fuck with that guy. Like,
Wow.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your service.
Yeah, he different. Wow. I was watching that video and I was thinking to myself too, boy, people really can't fight no more. Not him, of course, but everybody that was swinging on him, because they couldn't do nothing with him.
just be solid, bro.
So hold on, go back to that caption, Chris. So a 76ers fan hated the Knicks so much that he put on a Robin Spurs jersey just to engage in physical combat with Knicks fans. This is legendary. You know what was his name? Salute to D_Wallace27. I did not know this story.
Go.
I respect it.
Yeah,
Go.
yeah, I give it to him.
Even the choice of jersey.
I give it to him, man.
That's how you know he's not a real Spurs. He just
But
Rodman. He was on the Spurs for 5 seconds. They hated him.
But still, you pick one of the craziest
Right.
motherfuckers of all time just to go out there and start banging with people. Shout out to you, man. Drop on the clues bombs for D Wallace _27. I won't say this about Victor Wembanyama though, because I was thinking about like marketing. Remember I was saying that he needs something that can help him connect with culture. Number one, first of all, in order to connect with culture, you have to win. Mm-hmm. That's first of all. You got to be great. You got to be dominant. He was not that in the NBA Finals, so he's way behind the 8 ball. But there is an angle that came out of this that he can run with.
Which is?
Got to be the heel.
I think that's it.
Be the villain.
Nah.
Be the bad guy.
He don't got it in him. He's soft.
No, he gave us heel. He gave us villain.
Naturally, organically, we hate him right now. I don't like Victor Wembanyama. I don't like the way he acts. I don't like the way he carries himself. I don't like how dirty he is as a player. I didn't like his post game, the way he was talking when he was like, yo, such and such, hope to talk to y'all never, all that shit like that. I didn't like when they were down 3-1. He's like, everybody knows we're going to come back. Who the fuck is everybody? Everybody where?
Yeah, but then he's showing up to games in religious garb and painting in the park. Like,
fuck all that.
You can't be a heel doing
fuck
that.
All that. You got to go straight heel.
That is heel. He's rejecting us.
That's right.
He's saying, I don't give a shit about your clubs and your American culture and all that.
Oh, okay.
Go full bad guy.
I'm
Mafia
sophisticated. You guys are all fucking peasants. I'm going to sketch these statues. I'm going to do my French thing. I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's a great narrative.
He should go straight mob boss, and we can call him Big Pussy. That's what we let Victor Wembanyama go straight mob boss, straight bad guy. We call him Big Pussy.
All right.
Okay?
But then he got to win.
You got to win.
He got to win if you're going to do that.
You got to win.
Like,
That's the whole key to being a generational face of the league. You got to dominate. Somebody said to me, Shaq got swept in his first finals when he was 22, 23. Yeah, but Shaq still dominated. Shaq averaged like 28 that series, 28-12, and shot 60% from the field. We just don't remember that because Hakeem Olajuwon was otherworldly. Like Hakeem Olajuwon took Shaq to school in ways we can't even imagine, but Shaq was still dominant. If Victor Wembanyama goes out there and averages 28 and 12, shoots 60% from the field, Spurs probably
he got 26, 11, and 3 blocks.
Who?
Those are dominant numbers.
Yeah, but his field goal percentage was like 40-something. He didn't show up in the fourth quarter at all, Chris. He disappeared in the fourth quarter for the motherfucking San Antonio Spurs, man. And Shaq averaged 6 assists a game. Pull up his fourth quarter stats. And then in game 5, 19 points, 14 rebounds, 5 blocks in a fucking potential elimination game. Come on, man. Come on. What's his fourth quarter stat? In the fourth quarter of the 2026 NBA Finals against the New York Knicks, Victor Wembanyama averaged 7.3 points, 2.3 rebounds, and how many assists?
Half an assist.
Half an assist on 34.3% shooting from the field and 25% from three-point range. Garbage.
Yeah, that's not good enough.
Garbage. Now, you know what the Spurs need? Dylan Harper. Now, Dylan Harper, that's gonna be like went beyond his Kobe.
Whoa.
To his Shaq. Harper's a beast.
Yeah.
Harper gonna be a killer.
And he just took Fox's spot.
Fox got to come off the bench. I don't give a fuck how much.
I know, that's crazy.
I don't care how much
like, that's crazy.
Fox got to come off the bench. Harper should be starting next year. Fox got to come off the bench. But Harper is that guy that can go get them a bucket in the fourth quarter. That's what they need. They needed somebody that can go get them a bucket. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. But yes.
One thing I'm a little bit worried for, because now New York is going to, we already put all these guys on a pedestal, but now it's going to be like out of this world type of love. I hope it don't get to their head and they start like partying too much and girls and all that type of stuff. Like,
they got one. I mean, listen, the thing about it, a lot of them are very...
This could be like a dynasty type of stuff.
But a lot of them are stable. You know, Cat about to get married, right?
Yeah.
Jose Alvarado's married with 4 kids, got one on the way. Got 3 daughters and 1 son on the way. Jalen Brunson been with the same woman since high school.
Nice Jewish girl.
They still like, basketball players at the end of the day, man.
No, I don't believe that. I see a level of discipline and maturity. That was the other thing that I saw that the Spurs didn't have. The Spurs are a bunch of kids playing against a bunch of grown men. Like, you know, neither one of them had finals experience, but those guys that they were on the court against, you know, in the Knicks uniforms just had more experience, period. And you saw that shit show up. I don't need the Knicks to ever win another championship. It's great if they do.
Why not?
Let me tell you something, man. I saw, I can't remember the dude on First Take. What's his name? His name Vince or Victor. I'm going to send you this clip, Chris. This is by far one of the worst takes I've ever heard.
If we only get one, they're going to just think it's a fluke. You're going to think, oh, everybody was hurt.
That's what this guy said. I don't agree with that.
I mean, like...
There's no such thing. A ring is a ring, bro.
But some people can make the argument. Like, you know how the championship in the bubble, they put an asterisk next to it?
No.
They do. They don't give them full credit for that chip.
A ring is a ring. You can't
This is a full ring. There's no asterisk.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like, every team was hurt in the playoffs. Like on both sides, East and West.
But that's the game.
Not the Spurs.
It's always like that this time of year.
Yeah.
Spurs were healthy. I mean...
The Spurs were healthy.
Yeah. Look, let's say Giannis goes to Boston, which is, you know, when we're taping, it's looking like that's what's going to happen.
Whoa.
It's, you know, there are no guarantees in this thing.
Whoa.
I mean, you got to remember.
Who would they have to give up?
They're talking about like a 3-team trade where they would route Jaylen Brown to like Atlanta or a team like that. It'd be a lot of draft picks.
I saw that.
All right, here's this clip.
Listen to this clip. This is one of the worst takes I've ever heard in my life.
How do we know that any of the last 8 champions are actually validated because they have not done it again? Giannis is itching to get out. Boston is thinking about trading Jaylen Brown. They don't believe in their 1 championship. LeBron's 1 championship in LA was not enough. So why would it be enough for us?
Validate is the Larry O'Brien that I put on that shelf and it stays there forever. That's the validation. The Laker thing.
Oh, you mean participation trophy then?
I'm sorry, Larry O'Brien is a participation trophy?
If everybody gets one.
It is an actual trophy. You won the league that year.
I literally don't understand what they're arguing in
He
that.
don't know what the fuck he arguing about. What's his name? That is one of the worst. We got to find his name. That's one of the worst takes I've ever heard on television. The reason it's one of the worst takes I've ever heard on television is because a ring is a ring. The reality of the situation is some rings mean more than others. Mm-hmm. This New York Knicks ring, after the Knicks not winning a championship for 53 fucking years, in the fashion that they did it, where they went, 16-3 in the playoffs?
Yeah. Crazy.
Unfucking believable. That ring is worth more than both rings LeBron got in Miami.
Whoa.
LeBron's Cleveland ring is a ring. That's a big ring.
Okay.
Dwayne Wade's first Heat ring, when he led them to the finals with Shaq, that's a ring. Dirk Nowitzki's 2011 Mavericks ring, that's a ring.
This is worth more than the Durant Warriors rings. I'll say that.
Easy call.
Oh, yeah.
Easy call. Easy.
I would love to discredit this in some way. This whole last 2 weeks has been very painful for me, but it is what it is.
Oh, man. They did it. And I don't even understand. How all of a sudden is the Larry O'Brien a participation trophy?
I don't know.
That's
you know how hard it is to win a championship? Yeah. You play 82 games. You do all this training for preseason, then you play 82 games, then you play another potential 20 games in the playoffs. And fucking
that's
participation trophy?
That's a horrible take right there.
Nah, I don't. Now we moving the goalposts. Now you got to win 2 rings to be considered legitimate. No.
Vincent Goodwill, who's been around for a while. I remember him.
Vincent Goodwill?
That's his take.
Well, it should be Vincent Bad Take. Okay, because that was horrible. Horrible. But shout out to the Knicks, man. It's been a beautiful thing to watch in the city of New York, yo. Like,
there's kind of a letdown now.
What?
I'm just saying, in New York,
what you mean?
People got very into the rhythm of every other night there's a Knicks game, or every third night people are out on the streets, the bars. I mean, the World Cup is actually picking up a little bit of that slack.
Yeah.
So the energies, but you can tell, like, once the World Cup's over, it's just going to be like, okay, now what?
Yeah, but the World Cup will keep it going for a while because New York is so diverse that it's like every single town has a night that they're going up. Like,
the World Cup ain't got shit on New York Knicks basketball.
You don't understand.
World Cup is
World Cup is bigger
Fuck
than
out of here. No, it's not.
You don't understand.
The World Cup is not bigger than Knicks basketball in New York City. We just felt this energy last week. World Cup ain't bringing none of that to the city. Fuck out of here. Y'all are lying to yourself. No, it's not.
You go to like Washington Heights when, I don't know, some team.
Forget Washington Heights. Alex, what's going to happen in Barcelona if Spain wins?
Oh, it's going to be crazy. They're going to tear up the city.
Barcelona.
I'm just saying, worldwide, I don't know what happened in Argentina 4 years ago. It dwarfs whatever happened with New York.
Listen to what I said. I didn't say the World Cup is bigger than NBA basketball. I said in New York City.
Oh, in New York, yes.
The World Cup is not bigger than New York Knicks basketball.
That I agree with.
Okay. And I think if you go to like areas of New York, like Corona and Columbia's playing, it's going to be bigger in that one pocket area. I'm telling you, they will tear shit down.
We're recording this the day before the parade, but hopefully we should put this out before the parade. Jose asked me today, he said, how many people you think will be at the parade? I was like, I don't know, probably like 1 million. That's what I said.
Yeah.
More.
Somebody informed me today, my guy Ernie. Ernie said 1 million, because I was telling him this. He said 1 million. He said, Charlamagne, when the Yankees win, it's 5 million people.
What?
At the parade.
Oh.
That's what he told me. I said 5 million? He said there's 5 million people at the parade. For the Knicks, it might hit 10.
Whoa.
It might be double that.
It's going to rain tomorrow, though. That's the only...
God knows what he's doing. Yeah. God knows what he's doing. God knows what the fuck he is doing. God bless.
I made a doctor's appointment in Manhattan tomorrow morning. I'm almost considering... Yeah, I was like, do I even want to be in Manhattan tomorrow?
How hard is it supposed to rain?
Let's see.
I was like debating whether to go to this parade.
No,
they were saying it's like, yo, if you don't
there.
get there super early, you won't even be able to see anything. And I'm like, I'm not standing out there for hours. I went to the game. That was good enough.
So what do you do after the game, after they win?
At first, we were going to go out to celebrate, but then we saw the energy of the area. We just got a little food.
Was that serious?
Yeah. Not like everywhere, they were just driving around saying, fuck you, cursing at every single person in the Knicks jersey, and they were trying to start fights.
Somebody should have just said, one SMD slows all that down.
No, what SMD gets you killed?
You got to try it one time. Suck my dick. Knicks in 5.
Nah, you try.
Salute to Hims, man. When thinning starts, as I know a lot about, it's not just your hair that takes a hit. It can change how you feel day in and day out. Hims makes it simple to take control of hair regrowth with personalized care that fits your life. Everybody can't have a head full of baldy like me, so you still want to hold on to that hair, all right? You know that moment when you catch your reflection and you notice your hairline creeping back? For me, I just shaved it off. Some of y'all not ready to let it go, so you need to go get Hims. Hims makes it simple to actually do something about it, okay? There's a lot of noise out there about hair loss. 10-in-1 shampoos, random advice, expensive clinic visits. Hims cuts through all of it with real trusted treatments and 100% online process. Okay, you got better things to do than sit in the doctor's office talking about your hairline. That's why Hims offers access to expert-backed hair loss treatments entirely online. Hair loss doesn't fix itself, and the earlier you act, the better. Hims makes starting simple with 100% online process and personalized treatment plans delivered straight to you. Hims offers convenient access to a range of prescription hair loss treatments with ingredients that work, including chews, oral medications, serums, and sprays. Doctor-trusted ingredients like finasteride and minoxidil. I don't know what that means either. Finasteride and minoxidil can stop further hair loss and regrow hair in as little as 3 to 6 months. You shouldn't have to go out of your way to feel like yourself. Hims brings expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatment plans that put your goals first. Find the right hair regrowth treatment for you with flexible subscription options, access to 24/7 provider support, and once-a-day treatment options that fit your daily routine. Think of Hims as your digital treatments from front door that gets you back to your old self with simple 100% online access to trusted for real health concerns all in one place. For simple online access to personalized and affordable care for hair loss, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/idiots. That's hims.com/idiots for your free online visit. Hims.com/idiots. And I know Hims works because I know a lot of people who use it, right? They swear by it.
I'm on it.
Oh, you on it?
I just started taking it.
Wow.
I saw a little creeping going on.
Wow.
So just, 3 sprays at the end of every evening.
Oh, it's okay. All right.
At least that's what I'm taking, yeah.
Well, salute to Hims. Shout out to the Knicks, though, man. What else we got, Chris? What else we got?
Well, we do have crying Wemby, but we already covered that, I guess.
Yeah, Wemby sucks, bro. He sucks, man. He's going to be good, but he's just not the dominant game changer that people think. Salute to Jelly Roll, man. Our guy Jelly Roll. Alex asked a good question earlier. Alex said, and I don't know why you said this. Alex said, why is this story everywhere? I said, because it's fucking Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll is a huge star. You never know how big of a star you are until something bad happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's our guy, so it's like I didn't realize how big he is. I know he won the biggest award in country music or whatever, but at the same time, why is every single outlet covering the split?
Because it's Jelly Roll. And Jelly Roll has been on a winning streak for a long time. You know what I mean? So this is like the first thing that you're like, ooh, some dirt on Jelly Roll. You know what I mean? And it's not even dirt. It's just like, he's getting a divorce, which is horrible to see, because him and his woman been together for a long, long time. But man, it just comes with the territory, I guess. I don't fucking know. Yeah. Meaning the negative press comes with the territory. But it's not negative press, it's just his life. But I will say this. I hate that Jelly Roll's going through this, but boy, I know that music gonna be fire. God damn, I know Jelly Roll is about to give us some of the greatest music that we've ever heard in our lives. And this is like, you getting a divorce, you got your new body now, you know what I mean? Like it's like Jelly going through a whole new renaissance. Like, you know how we felt when Mary J. Blige was going through whatever she was going through, or Keisha Cole was going through whatever she was going through. Jelly about to give us some shit. Some shit.
But they were the victims.
For you, Jelly.
It says here he had a son with another woman last week.
Who had a son with another woman?
According to TMZ, Jelly Roll did.
Nah, I don't believe that.
No.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Let me see what you see. On top of the drama.
1 week for their wedding.
Oh, their wedding. Excuse me.
Come on, Chris.
Well,
no, but it said that. It said
still.
on top of the drama, 1 week before the wedding, Jelly Roll welcomed his son with another woman.
Right, but they were married in 2015, so I pushed up the timeline.
Yeah, but that don't mean nothing, though, because I'm sure she had to know about that, right?
Shit happens.
I don't know, man.
Was he at the White House thing?
I don't think so.
No?
I hope not.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, good.
Salute to Jelly, man. Prayers up for Big Jelly Roll. What else we got, Chris? We just running through some things, running through some all memes necessary. Ooh, let's play that. Play Nicki Minaj on the Illuminati.
Was she speaking about you, Sean? Man?
Hey, people do think I'm in the Illuminati. I was just having this conversation.
Illuminati real?
My situation, it's very personal. There definitely is a group of people that have made things very difficult for me. One person didn't really like me, and they happened to be in a powerful position, and they were able to use their influence to make people go against me. However, it definitely has been spiritual. Now, what they call themselves and what they proclaim to be, only they could tell you that.
Yeah.
But has it been a spiritual warfare? Absolutely.
If anything ever happened, I'd slide for you. I just want you to know that I would totally slide. Illuminati real?
Jesus Christ.
I don't know, man. I ain't got to that level to know if the Illuminati is real or not yet. But I do know that I have a comic book called Illuminati.
Yeah.
I put out 5 issues, and it may or may not be based on a true story. And the full graphic novel will be out June 23rd, I believe it is. So, or July 23rd. I don't remember, but it'll be out this summer, okay? But it's called Illuminati, and look it up. I don't understand why people want to believe in secret societies.
Well, why would you put out comic books named after them? Maybe that's...
Because I'm playing with their emotions. But what I mean when I say that is, if you look at something like the Epstein files, there's clearly some other shit going on. And they're going on, I think it's going on in those industries. This shit that's going on in the music industry, I don't think that's no secret society. I think that is just some people who have amassed some power. They've amassed some money. They've amassed some influence, and they might, create a world, within a world, but it don't have no real power. They're not making no real world decisions about things. Like, somebody, not liking you and conspiring against you to tell all his people, like, yo, I don't fuck with that individual. So now you're blackballed, or they decide not to play your music, or they decide, like how they, like, not to have you perform at certain venues and stuff like that. I don't know if that's like secret society shit or just some people who got some power within the industry.
Yeah. So I would say it's people with power, but I think the whole secret society stuff it makes other people feel good because it gives an explanation why.
They failed?
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. People do want to justify their failures. So, because I did the Grits and Eggs podcast earlier. I was with Deontay Kyle and Big Ice Cup Cat. And we were talking, and I was like, man, I remember back in 05, 06, watching, videos about people in the industry being in the Illuminati and being like, oh my God, these motherfuckers are sick. Like, look at the type of shit they do. Now I'm starring in those videos 20 years later. You know what I'm saying? 20 years later, I'm starring in these videos. These motherfuckers think like there's some wicked secret society and you gotta sacrifice gerbils and do such X, Y, and Z to get to this place. And it's just like, nah, shit ain't that deep, bro.
But then
it's not.
Also you have some people lean into it. So then it keeps that, all this talk going.
If I lean into it, I'm leaning into it the same way I'm telling Victor Wembanyama to lean into being a heel.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm playing with people's emotions. Like, if these algo bosses can monetize people's emotions on social media, how come I can't monetize people's emotions when it comes to, selling a comic book called Illuminati?
You're not wrong.
It may or may not be based on a true story. Read this comic book and then discuss it amongst your friends and, try to figure out if Charlamagne's revealing industry secrets or not. Like,
I mean, have there been conspiracies in history? Sure. Are there conspiracies taking place right now as we speak?
Yes.
Sure. Is there a singular organization that requires a secret membership to that is in charge of all those decisions or orchestrating all those conspiracies? No. I mean, unlikely, right?
So you can't say no for certain, though.
Well, you can't say no for certain because we know that there's something like the Skull and Crossbones Club at Yale, right? Which traditionally...
That's not a secret.
Well, it's not a secret because we know it, but the membership is a secret. The initiation rites are a secret. That part of it is secretive. So there are...
I can go for any fraternity.
What?
I can go for any fraternity, any sorority. Their shit is a secret, how they do their initiations and their hazing and stuff like that.
Right, but it just means people do set up these sort of infrastructures and these clubs. And
they're not secret is what I'm saying.
But I think with a fraternity, you can look up the members or the people who are part of it.
Well, what about Freemasons? Can you look up who's a Freemason?
I don't know.
I don't think you could.
Well, listen, what about the American fucking government? What about the Israeli government? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
we know all the elected officials and people like that. We just don't know the lobbyists.
No, we can look up to who the lobbyists are, though. For the most part, I'm just saying there's all these conspiracies that happen within the government, right? Like, the CIA is not a secret society, but they got mad secrets, shit that we don't know about.
Yeah, I mean, I think what's different with this era is a lot of the stuff you would have seen happening behind the scenes or being secretive is happening right out front, right? Like if there was one person who would be in the Illuminati in the world right now, who's that person?
Elon Musk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the past, he would have been moving behind the scenes in the shadows. This guy's really not trying to hide anything that he's doing.
Yeah. None of them are.
Like, it's all out in front right now. So do you even need an Illuminati right now?
See, I feel like the Rothschilds. Yeah, because it's like they're not in the public and they still running a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but to the degree that they once did, I don't know. I mean, is a lot of Elon shit smoke and mirrors? Absolutely. But, what he just did with space, there's no
unfucking
secret to that, right? Like, it's all happening out in front, which is what feels different right now.
Did you see this shit? Peter Thiel's secret society of 200 plus elites just got leaked.
Oh, is that the dialogue list?
Called Dialogue.
I didn't see who's on it. Who's on it?
Founded in 2006 by Peter Thiel and Orrin Hoffman. Invitation only, no public website, no member list. A researcher found 113 names hidden in Dialogue's website code. The same hacker who exposed the U.S. no-fly list in 2023. Files included personal emails, phone numbers, emergency contacts, and looking for love flags. In the directory, Palantir co-founder Joe Lonsdale, YouTube CEO Neil Mohan, Intuit co-founder Scott Cook, a Neuralink director, a Google global vice president, Microsoft's former Xbox president. Also in the directory, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, Senator Ted Cruz, Army Secretary Dan Driscoll, NATO's top commander in Europe, Jared Kushner. The leaked agenda includes panels on cult building, sex, and prepping for World War III. One session is titled "It's Fun to Be in Charge." An associated app offers matchmaking. Dialogue's chairman, Orrin Hoffman, co-founded LiveRamp, founded SafeGraph, both classified as data brokers. His own data just leaked. A spokesperson for Thiel did not respond to requests for comment. Let me tell you something, man.
I can't lie. I mean, if you were going to paint a picture of the Illuminati, that's kind of what it would look like.
Yeah, right. But that's my point. How are these people like that? They exist, right? But you think the head of the Illuminati is Jay-Z. That don't sound fucking insane? Elon Musk just made $1 trillion. There's not a bar that Jay-Z could spit that's more influential than what Elon Musk can do today with a push of a button.
But I could see people make the case for it.
I can't.
I never understood the line, there's a secret society, all we ask is trust.
That's not even his line. That's from a movie or TV show or something. What is that from?
But
that's from a show.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like you're playing with people because if they think you're in a secret society and then you're putting lines like that in your songs, then it's like, all right, maybe it is. It's the same thing like what you're doing with the book.
Flagrant Crew is a secret society.
I mean, maybe we are.
Like who we are here, but in a secret society. We got things that we keep amongst each other. Like,
no. I'm just saying like why people can make a case for it.
I can't. Like it blows my mind when I read stories like that, but then you'll have somebody, and I'm not saying this about Nicki, period, but just people believing that only the music industry or hip hop is the Illuminati. No, what I just read to you is the actual real Illuminati.
The music industry is just a little blip on there. I'll put it to you like this. When I was working on books with Russell Simmons, right, I go out with him in the Hamptons, and he was hanging around with some real money guys, like big money guys. And I was talking to one of them. I was like, you guys seem to like chilling with Russell. And this is before all the controversy around Russell, obviously.
Meanwhile, they probably were doing worse than anything Russell.
Who knows? But they're kind of like, I don't want to, a mascot sounds kind of derogatory. Like, I'm not saying that, like, but he was just kind of, it was cool to be able to say, oh, there's this person from the music industry and he's around and it's kind of fun. But like the level of influence and wealth and access between him and them was glaring.
It's not even close, man.
Like you would go with these guys and it was just like a whole different level. Mm-hmm. And he knew that. He never thought he was on their level, and he kind of knew what his role was to a degree. And then, but that's the role. It's also not equals.
Also, there's like a negative connotation with secret societies, and it's just like, hey, what if we just operating at a different level and we get along with each other because we're all at this level that you're not, and we can do stuff that you can't relate to. So it's like, to people outside, it looks like a secret society. To us, it's just, hey, this is just our friend group.
Right.
Bro.
That's just what it is.
Is it a group chat or is it a secret society?
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
The logic don't make no sense to me. Like, I was even sitting back this week, like, I'm watching everybody be mad at Jay-Z, right? all the fake outrage. People have Jay-Z derangement syndrome. It's actually insane to me. But they're mad because our Reasonable Doubt is coming out as a Target vinyl exclusive.
Okay, I saw that, yeah.
But if you go on Target's website, that's like the norm for every major artist. Like GNX was a Target vinyl exclusive.
Oh,
J.
really?
Cole The Fall Off was a Target vinyl exclusive. Taylor Swift has Target exclusives up there. Fucking Nicki Minaj with Pink Friday had Target exclusives. My point is, the boycott's been a year. GNX came out, but J. Cole Fall Off came out a couple of months ago. Why didn't they get no smoke?
Yeah, that is weird.
Why is the smoke reserved for Jay? Like, it's just...
Well, I can make the counter argument.
Okay, please.
The counter argument I would think would be he staked out more of a position as a social activist. As
Kendrick and Cole?
Well,
I would say Jay-Z does
more than Cole.
Jay-Z does more, but nobody gives him credit for it. Kendrick and Cole are actually especially Kendrick, they're like the symbols of social consciousness.
Right, but I associate him more with actual work and organizations and that sort of thing, right? So I would say he's been more out front with that. You could also make the argument he's reached a level of financial, commercial success that they haven't. He doesn't, quote, need it, I would assume, the way that maybe you could argue they still need that at this point in their careers.
None of them need it. And then the crazy thing, what makes it exclusive is the color. It's because it's white. It's because the vinyl is actually white. That's why it's called an exclusive.
Right.
So what the fuck is that?
It's coming out everywhere. It's just
it's on there. It's on the Rock. What is it? The Rock something website now. I can't remember the exact website, but it's on the website now. It's not even just exclusive to Target.
I would assume people are just saying we don't want him to fuck with Target.
Yeah.
Period. Right.
But don't y'all think that's confusing? To me, this is the same. The irony of this situation is the same thing with the actual boycott to begin with.
Right.
Because Target wasn't the only company that got rid of its diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. Google, Meta, Amazon, Lowe's, McDonald's, all of these different entities. But you didn't boycott any of them, but you just said, hey, we're going to focus on Target. You just got to give me some logic behind it.
There's no logic. We're all, it comes back to the conversation of we're all hypocrites. It's just to what, I bitch and moan about all these organizations celebrating Trump, propping up Trump, working with Trump. I still, make my Amazon Prime order every day. Yeah. I still shop where I shop. I'd like not to, right? I'd like to somehow divest myself from all these places that I feel are funding this and, make me compromise. But it's a real struggle. And I think that's why so many people don't know what to do in this moment, because the reach of these corporations is just tremendous right now.
You're on Meta every day.
Right.
Where these techno lords are literally monetizing your emotions.
Right.
The cloud capital is conflict. Do you think that they don't see a story like this Jay-Z Target story and say, let's amplify that? That's got them going. That's got them, going back and forth with each other. That's what we need for today. I'm telling y'all, read the book Techno-Feudalism, What Killed Capitalism. The reason I even brought that up, though, is how do you have more smoke and more fake outrage, and I'm putting fake, that's why I put it in air quotes, for Jay-Z than you do Elon Musk becoming a fucking trillionaire this week?
It's not even the same conversation.
It's not even the same conversation, but there's one you should really clearly be upset about. One really, really should piss you the fuck off. And it's not him having a fucking vinyl at Target, bro.
Right.
But that's unfortunately, our community tends to do that. We tear each other down way more than we do anything else. But
it bothers me so much.
I think two things. With the Target, if I'm not mistaken, not only did they remove the DEI stuff, they also used to have a section of Black-owned products that they got rid of.
No, so that's still there.
During the time they removed that, I think
it's still there.
I'm pretty sure they did. I think that's why people were really outraged. And then
because you had the people that had products there, they were saying well, damn, what about us?
Oh,
that's what they were saying to the people. They was yo, y'all boycotting Target, but we just got our stuff.
That's the irony, right? Target, and I know this from experience because Loudspeakers did a lot of initiatives with them stuff. They spent a ton of money supporting African-American creators and makers and, gave them shelf space, drove a lot of business to them. And I had that conversation with some people where I'm like, all right, they've pulled back from it, but to your guys' point, those people are still on the shelves. Mm-hmm. They still need the business. Aren't you kind of cutting off your nose to spite your face if you now pull out of this because they've backed away from the larger initiative? It was called like the Makers or section or something like that.
And then a couple months ago, Pastor Jamal Bryant said that the boycott was over. Then he said the boycott wasn't over, it was the fast that was over. Which I didn't know was the difference between the Target fast and the Target boycott. Then Tamika and Mallory, who, and Nina Turner, I love both of them. That's my family. They both said that the boycott's still on. Then you had the activists in Minnesota, the young ladies, I can't remember their names, the young ladies who started the boycott, they said that it's still on. Then they started beefing with Tamika, Nina, and Jamal. So it's just like, at some point, all of it starts to look just unserious.
But then, so now the other thing is like, all right, where does this even start? Because now that I'm understanding how this Clipper stuff and how the internet works, it's like, who's really motivating people to be upset at Jay-Z? Like, who did Jay-Z piss off where this is a targeted effort into try to fuck over Jay-Z? Where's it coming from? Because it's not people upset that he put his record in Target.
Don't open Pandora's box.
Alex, now you understand what I'm saying. These algo bosses, these tech lords, they monetize our emotions. The cloud capital is conflict. Mm-hmm. I know they look at the internet and they see little things that might have a little rumbling and they amplify them. I know this is what happens.
Oh, so you don't even think, I think that there's like somebody paying for people to
maybe.
Make content.
I think it's a little bit of both. Yeah. I think somebody could be paying to do it, but I also think that these people that work at these companies know, here's the thing. That's why I keep telling y'all, read this book, Techno-Feudalism, What Killed Capitalism. In the book, it talks about how where the actual resource. Every day they're mining us for engagement and for data. So they got to keep us on these apps for as long as fucking possible. The way to do that is conflict. You will sit there and be arguing on your motherfucking phone all day with a bunch of people you don't fucking know. Mm-hmm. That's how they keep good shit.
A bunch of people is the best case scenario. More likely you're arguing with bots than a couple of
that's
people.
What I'm saying. You're right. That's what it's the article that 50% of most people on social media now are bots. But my point is, there's somebody at these companies amplifying all of this shit that's gonna keep us arguing with each other. That's how they keep us on these apps. Mm-hmm. That whole shit that they used to tell us about, you can attract more flies with honey than you can do with vinegar. Bullshit. Right. Bullshit. The vinegar keeps us on fucking social media. That's what we like. We like that bitter shit. That shit, it's actually really crazy to watch. Like, you heard of what's the shit called? Cursor. Cursor. Michael True, the 25-year-old CEO of Cursor. SpaceX bought them yesterday for $60 billion in stock. He's 25 years old. Wow. SpaceX bought him for $60 billion in stock yesterday. He's got an AI company. Not one Illuminati rumor. Not one gay rumor. Nobody's in an outrage about, him being a capitalist and him not caring about his community. None of that. White guy, 25 years old. 60 billion with a B. You can take Jay-Z 10 times, Rihanna 10 times, put their wealth together and they still don't got 60 billion in stock. But who gets all the rumors placed on them? Who gets slandered on social media for weeks at a time?
Well, whoever that kid is also hasn't put himself out to the public the way that Jay-Z and Rihanna have.
Jay-Z and Rihanna don't say shit.
No, but they're the equivalent would be like if who's like a fucking white country star. I mean,
okay, well let's go back. Okay, you fair point, Chris.
Okay,
what about the guy who bought them?
Who bought who?
SpaceX is who bought them.
Right.
Elon Musk is always in the public eye. He just made $1 trillion.
He does
Why
get a
is he
lot
not getting his ass handed to him this week?
I feel he gets a lot of criticism.
No.
They've tried to hand him his ass. It doesn't matter.
You know
Yeah,
why?
I know.
Because he can just change the fucking algorithm.
Narrative.
Turn that shit off they talking about. How dare y'all get on my app and talk shit about me while y'all driving in your Teslas? Matter of fact, make their Tesla not start for a couple hours. Make the drain their battery real quick. Press the off button. Make that shit not crank today. The fucking, I just want y'all to think about the hypocrisy. You're sitting in your Tesla on fucking X complaining about capitalists, and usually the capitalists you're complaining about are the black ones. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, you continue to make these techno lords rich as fuck.
I wish Rich was the end of it. I mean, he's the most dangerous man in the world right now. His influence is so incredible right now. And, you know, I don't even know where to begin with. I mean, you know, that whole Dodge thing is looking like Doge, whatever the fuck it is. That's the biggest disaster in American history. You know, like, you let this fucking guy in there to fucking go crazy for 3 months and then pretend it never happened. And then he gets the fucking biggest IPO in the world fucking a year later. And like nobody's connecting the dots or worried about what it means. It's like mind boggling.
Chris, this man put up $250 million for Donald Trump's campaign.
That we know of. Used X to amplify MAGA messaging and suppress other messaging. Right.
And 2 years later, he's a trillionaire.
That's crazy.
What the? What, are we retarded?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are we?
Yes.
You know, can nobody just connect that simple dot? I got this man elected. He gave me listen, let's take another step back. I got this man elected. He gave me first dibs. Hey, Elon, take your chainsaw. Go do what the fuck you need to do.
Right.
He took a chainsaw to the federal government.
Right.
Because
which
he paid for that.
Was obviously, in retrospect, a smokescreen for something else, a diversionary tactic. I still don't know what he did in reality. I suspect it was somehow fucking manipulate the voting process. And we're going to get the fucking bill for that in November is what I predict.
Oh, I thought he just has every person in America's information. He probably has every single social security number, he probably has everything.
That's a great point, Chris. What the fuck was that about?
Yeah.
Do you think he really cared about, you know, killing $15 million worth of research in Uganda and $20 million for pediatric cancer? He doesn't give a fuck one way or the other. That's what really struck me this weekend. You got to remember, this guy rose as a progressive hero, right? He rode that wave. He manipulated that narrative. I'm creating these electric cars. They're going to save the environment. I'm environmental. He rode that for as long as it was worthwhile for him.
He tricked me.
And then he fucking threw that shit away.
Yeah.
And then he rode I'm an economic reformer. I'm going to fucking save America money because I'm going to apply my bullshit. That was about something else. We still don't know what it was really about.
Whatever information he got, it made him a trillionaire. And to your point, who knows what else is going to come of that in the future? Mm-hmm. But where's the outrage?
Well,
think about the shit the manosphere got. They still on Rogan and Schulz and Theo Von's head for getting the president elected. There's nobody who was more instrumental in getting the president elected than Elon Musk, and we made him a trillionaire.
We rewarded him.
We rewarded him. And don't say you didn't, because you're on X every day and he's monetizing your emotions, okay? Every day. Every single day. He's mining attention and data from you. I want you to think about it like you're a mine. And how you can get diamonds from a mine. That's what we are every day with social media. Our emotions, he's using conflict to do it, our attention, our data. And we willingly have given it to him. Every single one of us. I don't know. I ain't been on X since 2018. You are on that digital plantation picking digital cotton for free every day. And the only way that we'll be able to overthrow the techno lords is by disconnecting.
All right,
You're on the other stuff, though. You're on the YouTube.
I'm on Instagram. I'm not lying. I'm not acting like I'm not.
Yeah.
All right,
like
I'm a crackhead.
I'm deleting. The only one I have left is Instagram.
Instagram is the only one I have left, too.
Goodbye.
You got to deactivate. You can't just delete. We know that.
One step at a time.
Yeah,
Come
I know.
on,
We
man.
know that.
Let's not get crazy.
Chris, to be honest with you, it's kind of pointless for you to do it at this point because they already got all your data and everything.
They can have my data. There's nothing exciting going on. I'm worried about the emotional toll. Like, I have to leave my daughter at home. She's nervous about staying by herself. She's talking about she's going to go on her ADHD medication while we're gone. I was like, you don't need to go on fucking medication to make sure you're more focused and organized. You need to get off your fucking phone.
Get off your phone.
That's what's scrambling your fucking mind. I was like, the idea that like to lock in, you need medication where this is what's fucking stealing your focus. This is what's causing anxiety.
Anxiety, depression.
This is what's freaking you out about the world.
That's right.
Like, that's got to be the first step. And if that doesn't work and you got to take something for ADHD, okay, let's talk about that. But the fact that that's your first step, it's killing me, man.
I read Digital Minimalism by Cal Newport damn near a decade ago. I read From the Internet to the Internet, how to disconnect from the internet to reconnect with your soul, basically. And the things that these guys were talking about damn near a decade ago, it's gotten progressively worse. Like, and I had Cal on Breakfast Club, and I think Cal might even did Bernice, but he definitely did my TV show. I want to talk to them again because I feel like things are worse than they even predicted, than they even imagined that they would be. Because they weren't talking about things like techno-feudalism. They were comparing what's going on social media to like the tobacco industry. And they were talking about the addictiveness of it all, right? But now we're talking about capitalism evolving into this entity called techno-feudalism. Mm-hmm. And that is scary. I'm gonna read y'all the actual definition of techno-feudalism before we move on and pay some bills. Techno-feudalism is a concept suggesting that capitalism has been replaced by a new economic system where big tech companies function like medieval feudal lords. Instead of land, these tech giants control digital platforms, algorithms, and networks, extracting rent from users and smaller businesses who rely on them to survive. That's where we are at this point.
That's right.
And the only way to overthrow these techno laws, if it's not too late, is by disconnecting. And, when I did Grits and Eggs earlier and I was having this conversation with Mouse this weekend, salute to Mouse, he was saying, well, how are we supposed to get messaging out without social media? And I said the same way we got it out before social media, through books, through radio, through podcasts now, and art. We forget about art. We forget about books and we forget about art. You know how much I learned from reading? You know how much I learned from watching movies? How much I learned from watching films? There's a fantastic movie coming up called How to Rob a Bank.
Okay.
And Pete Davidson is in it. Zoe Kravitz is in it. Dude who plays Lex Luthor, I can't remember his name. He's in it. And the movie is about this crew of people who start robbing banks. They record all of their heists, and then they produce their heists and put them out on YouTube. And the series is called How to Rob a Bank.
Oh, I think we're in it. I think Flagrant.
Flagrant is definitely in How to Rob a Bank. 100% Flagrant is in How to Rob a Bank. That's actually a really good scene. But the movie is just showing how they're not really robbing the bank. They're getting revenge on the system. It shows you how if you don't take care of the least of us will eventually rebel against you. Every single person in that movie has a reason to do what it is that they're doing. Pete Davidson is an Army veteran who has lung cancer, and he's got a young child. He came back from Afghanistan, didn't have nothing. This country gave him a fuck you, so he's giving this country a fuck you back. The other couple has a child, I think, that died because of health issues at 4 years old. But you end up rooting for these people throughout this whole movie. And it shows how what they were doing just became a trend in society. Yeah. Because I'm paraphrasing here, but there's a part in the movie where they're like, you got a better chance of robbing a bank and getting money than you do of living this so-called American dream and having a livable wage in this country.
Wow.
And it's based, the movie looks like it's based on actual data and statistics. That shit is great, yo.
And it's like, I think they used to either live stream the bank heist or they would like record it and then put it out as a YouTube video.
They would live stream some of them and then record the other ones, but they produced it as a TV show.
Yeah.
So they would live stream it, but then some of them would live stream, some of them weren't. One of them was definitely a live stream, but they record it and they produce it and put it out on YouTube.
Yeah.
This shit is dope. Like, it was a very, very, very dope movie. I forgot why I even started talking about that.
You saw it already?
I did. I saw it last week.
Okay.
But why the fuck did we start talking about that? I don't remember. All I'm simply saying is, oh, yes. Disconnecting. Art. That is a movie that has messaging through art. Mm-hmm. Like, it's teaching you about how wicked this capitalist system is and what is going to be the end result if we don't start taking care of the least of us. It's only a matter of time before people rebel. And I'm telling you something, America, it's going to be white people. I'm telling you that right fucking now.
Are we the ones rebelling or are we getting rebelled against?
Y'all are rebelling because this is
working class white people.
Huh?
Working class white people.
Working class
well, even middle class, because there's no middle class anymore.
There's no middle class anymore. Like, at some point, there's going to be middle class white people who realize that their life is changing and they're like, wait a minute.
But white people have a very difficult time identifying who's actually keeping them down.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
They don't. Who raided the Capitol? When they thought that their democracy was being stolen through votes.
Right. That's my entire point. That wasn't the actual enemy in that case.
Who killed the United Healthcare CEO?
Well, that's
what color was he? Who is taking multiple shots at the president of the United States of America?
I'm saying, for the most part, the mass of white people, especially working class white people, vote against their own self-interests, act against their own self-interests. That's historically always been the case in America.
And there's a lot who don't. And so what I'm asking folks now, whenever I see any of these crazy stories, whether it's Epstein files, whether it's what's going on, Iran, Israel, I don't want to hear nothing. I got one simple question. What are white people going to do about it? What are white people going to do about it? This is your country, and you see your country changing into something that I don't even think you want. Because the reality is, democracy is democracy, and people who have who know what democracy is and have felt democracy want to hold on to that. When they see that shit being sold, just literally sold to the techno-lords, the other countries, at some point there's going to be a mass rebellion, and it's going to come from white people.
I don't feel it coming anytime soon.
Chris, it's already happening. This is happening in small waves. And this How to Rob a Bank movie,
but
other art
the
like
techno-lords, I mean, yeah, they're a problem, but, you know, they're trans people using women's bathrooms.
Chris, we gotta stop.
No,
Chris is being sarcastic. I want anybody.
No, but like seriously,
Chris is being sarcastic.
And like there are immigrants eating dogs.
Chris is
like,
being sarcastic.
We have to
Chris is being sarcastic. If you're new to Brilliant Idiots and you don't understand,
I'm not
Chris
being sarcastic. Like
yes,
these are serious fucking issues, man.
If you're white and Jewish, they're gonna think you're telling the truth.
No,
Chris said that they don't think you're being honest right now.
They're immigrants stealing money places, man.
Chris is being sarcastic. This is sarcasm.
So like, let's take this one step at a time, man. So imagine you went into a fucking bathroom and there's a like, I can't worry about a fucking feudal lord, man. There's somebody in the bathroom.
But
they won a fucking medal at my kid's swim meet, man. But you know how fucked up that is?
But to Chris's point, those issues are easier to grasp onto. It's easier to get people riled up.
She trained really fucking hard, man. It wasn't fair.
I get what Chris is saying. It's easier to get people outraged.
She would have gotten third place. No, I'm serious, man. It's fucked up.
It's easier.
My daughter would have gotten third place in the fucking local swim meet.
Third, she would have got a bronze?
She would have gotten a fucking bronze medal. She cried, man. She cried after that meet. I didn't know what to tell her. How could I tell her that the other kid had a penis? How could I tell her that?
It's easier to get people worked up and outraged over stuff like that because they can understand it more.
Yeah.
They don't understand what's really going on. But that's why this movie, like How to Rob a Bank, is very, very, very good. Speaking of that,
but if there was any credibility to that story, you saw there was a terrorist plot on that whole UFC event.
Yes,
like,
3 people.
Yeah.
They stopped 3 people from fucking blowing that shit up. And they said they only wanted to do it. They wanted to take out the rich and the elite.
Well, they got half of it.
Yeah. That's all. I'm just saying, like, and by the way, it's not, I'm not even going to sit here and say when. Because ain't shit going to change, guys.
But you're not encouraging that because they try to twist your words up and make it seem like you're encouraging that type of stuff.
I'm not encouraging nothing. I'm just telling you what is actually going to happen in this society. It's already happening. We're watching it happen. It's going to be more of it. The more economically stressed people get, the more people can't take care of their basic needs. I know that they're hoping that everybody just bows down and take this universal basic income that they start giving folks to pacify them. No, people are not going to go for that because too many people are going to die way before that happens. Too many people are not going to have health care and not going to be able to go to the hospital and take care of their basic needs, and they're going to fucking die. Too many people are going to get evicted and be homeless on the street before any of that happens. There is going to be a massive revolt at some point, and it's going to be white people who lead the charge.
I'm going to be leading the way. I'm going to grab that fucking bronze medal that my daughter fucking deserves. I'm going to put it around her neck. I'm going to say, God bless fucking America. And then things are going to be better.
Oh, God. Let's pay some bills, Alex.
This is Brilliant Idiots. This is jokes, guys. Jokes.
I'm not joking.
Me neither.
Chris is being sarcastic. I'm not joking.
I got to admit, I got to take a L. I underestimated how serious some of this shit was. I'm sorry. Is that camera on? Is this fucking filming?
Yes,
I'm sorry, America. I didn't understand. Man. When that tear dripped down my daughter's fucking cheek at the swim meet, what could I tell her?
Jesus Christ. Today's episode is also brought to you by Quince. Summer always changes how I get dressed. I want pieces that feel lighter and more breathable, things that are easy but still put together. About to go do, some summer vacation, going to my favorite spot, Anguilla. I love Anguilla. And, when we go out to eat, at night, you just want to throw something, cool on, but, something light, nothing crazy. That's why I go to places like Quince, all right? They focus on high quality essentials that feel and look amazing. Think like breathable linen and soft organic cotton, perfect for an island. Well-made basics, but without the luxury markup. It's that rare balance where everything feels elevated, but still effortless. Quince European linen pants and shirts are the perfect warm weather upgrade to add to your rotation, starting at just $34. The whole joint, pants and shirts. This set I got on right now is one of them 34. I think this actually might have been, how much was this? This was actually $40, $50, okay? Maybe 60, but their tees are soft and easy to wear, and their lightweight cotton sweaters are perfect for cooler summer nights. Everything at Quince is priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. They work directly with ethical factories and cut out the middlemen, so you're paying for quality, not brand markup. Quince goes way beyond clothing. Custom upholstered sofas, ceramic cookware, premium bedding. It's the kind of brand you end up recommending to everyone for everything, okay? The Quince piece that's going to change how I get dressed this summer is easy. The linen shirt with the shorts, man. Like the play, I'm going to Anguilla this summer, like I always do. I'm gonna be in the Hamptons for a little bit this summer. I'm even gonna hit the vineyard probably in August. So that linen set, linen shorts with a t-shirt, that fits better than a lot of the things I got in my summer wardrobe, man. So if you want to elevate your summer wardrobe, go to quince.com/idiots for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/idiots for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/idiots. Let's get back to the show. Church announcements. Man, just keep watching The Breakfast Club on Netflix. Thank you, man. I love being live on Netflix every morning. If you haven't heard, The Breakfast Club is live on Netflix every day, 6 a.m. to like 9:15, 9:20. Like, the whole show screams live, even the behind the scenes. So even when we're not on air, you see myself and DJ NB and Jess Hilarious and Lauren LaRosa just, cutting up in the studio with the producers and everybody else. So thank you to everybody that's been watching, man. We appreciate y'all. Little John's book will be out in October. It's available for pre-order now, so go do that. Arsenio Hall book still available everywhere you buy books right now. 2 Chainz book still available everywhere you buy books right now. Life is good. Alex, what you got?
I got a few events actually going on this summer. My first one is the Showcase Comedy Show I do every month. It's called Canceled Comedy. That's going to be on June 24th here in the city. Some of the people we got on there is Catlin Palufo, Jay Jardin, Mark Norman, Natalie Cuomo, Sam J, Vic Satya. We got like a lot of funny guys. I'm producing it. We put out clips from the show. That is June 24th. And then the following month, July 25th, I do a tennis clinic where I basically rent out 4 courts here in the city. We have a bunch of coaches, all different skill levels. So if you never picked up a racket, or if you're pretty good, we have the skill level for you. And yeah, that's just a fun day. We have music, giveaway, food, all that type of stuff that also is here in the city. That is at theallloveracquetclub.com. That's where you can get your tickets for that. And then, yeah, tune in every Sunday at 11 a.m. My show, AM Mornings. It's a live call-in show I do. We talk about news, pop culture, politics, all that stuff. It's really fun. I have a nice little community growing. Like people actually tune in live. And then if you can't tune in live, you can just watch the next day on either Spotify or YouTube.
Dope.
Yeah, it's really cool. You got to call in one of these days. I'm trying to find a good topic for you that...
I'll be asleep on Sunday morning. Sunday morning?
11 a.m. The show, we run 2 hours. You'll be up by...
Bro, that's a lot.
All right.
But no, 11 a.m., I'll be up by 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Unless I sleep in, I'll be up by 11 a.m. for the most part.
But yeah, it's a really fun show. AM Mornings. You can catch us on YouTube and Spotify.
All right, let's... Chris, did you see this shit about... Damn, I just lost it. How Jeffrey Epstein said...
Cornered rat?
Yeah, how he said that he had a bunch of stuff on Trump, and he was using it to keep himself out of jail.
Yep.
Yeah, it said newly uncovered notes suggest Jeffrey Epstein believed he had damaging information about Donald Trump, and during Trump's first term tried using that information to avoid prison. Man, oh man.
I mean,
you're a historian, Chris. Has there ever been a president that has been this compromised by so many different people?
Not even remotely.
Not even remotely. Damn. Who you think had him? Who you think had more control?
First.
Oh, you're talking to the mic, Chris.
I didn't know we were recording, but I stand by everything I just said.
Okay, Chris said not even close. So who had him first?
I believe the Russians had him first.
The Russians had him first.
I believe the Russians basically propped him up to a degree. They never thought it would work, right? Look, even if you take out Trump's moral or lack of morals out of the equation, right? Because I think that's ultimately how they compromised him. Just the amount of financial corners he backs himself into over his career, where he builds things up and trashes them and goes bankrupt and has to rebuild and get new funding. He was constantly on the hunt for money. Who's been flushed to give money to whoever wants it at a price?
Damn.
Over the last 25 years.
Damn.
The Russians. Also the Chinese, but mainly the Russians. And if you look at, I believe it's Deutsche Bank, the bank that's bailed him out a lot of times over the years that has ties to the Russians, it starts to add up. And then, I don't know, let's say you're a guy who's best friends with a known sex criminal.
Pedophile pimp.
Pedophile pimp.
I don't know what your own particular tastes and habits are, but would it be outrageous to suggest that you're attracted to younger women? I'm not saying children, but I'm just saying you have a history of dating younger women. Russia is always quick to provide what's known as honeypots. Younger women that compromise older, richer men who lack discipline in that area, let's say.
So who did Epstein work for? That's what who was he?
I think Epstein worked for Epstein. Like, I don't buy necessarily the narrative that he was a Mossad agent that was sent here on a mission to compromise all these rich Americans. I think at a certain...
That don't just happen by...
No.
This
and obviously, I don't know. None of us know. But my guess is that at a certain... I think Epstein was going to do what Epstein did regardless. I think Epstein was a guy who always wanted to be around beautiful women and lots of money. Just to be a complete reductionist, just to take it down. He wanted to be around power. He wanted to be around money. He wanted to be around beautiful women, young women. And over time, he figured out how to court those sort of relationships and leverage those sorts of relationships. And he understood that there are a lot of really rich guys out there who one of their maybe many Achilles heels is wanting to be around young, attractive women. And he figured out how to leverage it. And then at a certain point, I think Mossad, but maybe also other, intelligence agencies notice what's going on because they have tentacles everywhere and they know about this shit and they're watching the same people and they say, yeah, but this guy might not be a bad asset right here. He's already doing it. And then if you want to get really conspiratorial, if that's a word, then maybe he's a little more prone to work with the Mossad because he's Jewish and because he has those connections and there's a cultural affinity, whatever you want to call it. That's all within the realm of possibility. Sure. I don't think that they constructed him, would be my guess. I think they identified him for sure.
Yeah.
But we do that. I mean, every country does that, right? England goes around historically over the years and they identified people in different countries that could be useful to them. And then the fire's already going a little bit and then they throw a little bit of gas on it and give that person a little, and then they build it up. But they don't generally create people wholesale from scratch, if that makes sense.
So you think it's Russia, Epstein, then Bibi Netanyahu?
Well, you mean in terms of how he's being manipulated.
Yeah,
Trump being manipulated.
We know it was definitely those three entities, right?
Right.
But in what order did they happen?
Well, obviously Epstein happened first because Epstein and Trump had a relationship way predating his presidency, right? They were friends by both of their admissions. They were best friends.
Got you.
All right. So that relationship predates Trump in politics in this sort of way. I think what's interesting that's going to happen now is you're seeing a lot of people on the right, people who've traditionally in media outlets in Israel that have supported Bibi, they're turning against Trump now because they don't like the deal. Or, this thing's not even a deal. To call it a deal is generous, but they don't like the proposed deal. And now the right-wing media platforms in Israel are starting to attack Trump. And you've also seen Trump start to attack Bibi a little bit.
Seen those leaks about Trump went off on Bibi Netanyahu.
I always feel like a little that's for show, though. I always feel like I could see Trump being like, look, I got to throw some shots your way right now. I'm losing ground at home. Just eat it. And you'll still get what you want in the long run.
Yeah.
I could see a scenario like that.
Trump versus Bibi, I got Israel in 5. I'm telling you that right now.
Nah.
I got Israel in 5.
But they still rely on us for a lot.
Nah, buddy. Nah, because we keep forgetting one thing. You keep saying us. Trump keeps saying me.
Oh.
And, if it's between saving himself and the American people, guess who President Donald Trump is going to choose every single time, right? President Donald Trump. And I think that somebody like Bibi Netanyahu knows that. So whatever they got on him, boy, it must be good. All right, let's do some Asking Idiots, man. Let's do some Asking Idiots, man. Some Asking Idiots, man. Some Asking Idiots. Eugenius Williams says, do you ever get tired of the false narratives put out about you by other media platforms? Wow, Eugenius Williams. Fantastic question. Do I ever get tired of the false narratives put out by other media platforms? Yes. The answer, of course, to that would be yes. Who wants to constantly hear false narratives put out, about you on other media platforms? But I don't get tired of them enough to try to correct them. Because I'm fully aware that nobody cares about the truth when the lie is more entertaining. And like I said earlier, it's funny when you go from, 2004, 2005, 2006, being online, reading about the Illuminati and reading about these people that y'all thought were these larger than life figures who just was controlling so many things. And I believed a lot of that shit in 05, 06. And like I said, 20 years later, I'm starring in them. I'm starring in, in a lot of those YouTube videos about the Illuminati. So
I want to star in them one day.
That's what I'm saying. I'm about to say that. It's flattering in a way. It's flattering that I guess I've accomplished enough to where people have to say I'm in the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Or I have to be doing something nefarious to be in the position that I'm in.
Well, let me ask you this. I'll quote who I get a kick out of. Charlemagne shouldn't care that people criticize him or attacking him or breaking his stuff down. That's what's supposed to happen when you reach a certain level.
I agree with that.
And you should just be happy and let us have fun, because that's all this is for us. We're just having fun. I think he's like, we're in the internet dungeon, or I forget what the term he used was. He's like, just let us fucking throw around our theories, and you know, why should you even give a shit, basically?
Because I'm creating content too.
Okay.
And
fair.
I got a platform too. So that's what everybody hopes, right? They hope that, all right, I'm gonna say these things, I'm gonna say these things, I'm gonna say these things. He probably not even gonna see it. And if he does see it, he not gonna say nothing.
But if he said something.
But what if I decide to
Right.
actually say something? Then what? You know what I'm saying? Like then what? And some things need to be discussed. And if I do discuss them, trust me, it's not because I'm, fed up with what y'all talking about. I'd rather y'all talk than not say anything. You know what I mean? Like I would rather y'all sit around and discuss every day that I've fallen off as opposed to not talk about me at all.
Oh, really?
Yes, because the people who've really fallen off don't get discussed.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're really not, relevant, like a lot of these videos like to say I am, then you wouldn't discuss me at all, And I'm fully aware that, I'm also fully aware that sometimes if you're truly doing this life thing right, if you're truly growing and evolving the way that you're supposed to, people shouldn't recognize you anymore. Like, you should completely motherfucking change to them. Like, if they're still stuck where they were and they haven't grown and they haven't evolved, you can't recognize growth and evolution in somebody else. And maybe you might recognize the growth and evolution and don't like it. That's fine too. Like, I don't have no problem with that either, because I feel like that's what life is about. Like, I think you should constantly grow, you should constantly evolve, and some people you're going to lose, some people you're going to gain. But the real moral of the story is, are you happy at the end of the day? Like, to answer your question, you genius Williams, the reason this shit really don't bother me, because nobody can tell me about me.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wake up with me every day, go to sleep with me every night. I've lived every single waking minute with me. I know what's true. I know what's not true. Like, you cannot tell me about me. But,
That's why I don't get tired of the false narratives that the host of the show says about me. But
it's okay to be gay. There's nothing wrong with that. People call me gay all the time. Like Dame Dash goes on every single platform he can.
That's true.
To call me gay, but that's because he got a crush on me.
So you got a crush on me then?
No.
I mean, that's the logic
Not
that
his
you
type.
go with.
Not at all. Not at all. What else we got? Oscar B. Savage on him. Ooh, the lowest point and how did you overcome it? Fantastic question, Oscar B. Savage. The lowest point and how did I overcome it? I'm going to tell you something, Oscar. It's very hard to say that I've had a lowest point. And the reason it's very hard to say that I had a lowest point, because whatever point I was in that point because God wanted me to be in that point for that moment. And when I look back on it, it actually wasn't low at all. It was just a transition period. When I think about low points, it has nothing to do with anything professional and things to do with me personally. And that's just how I might have been feeling, in a bout of depression or, dealing with some anxiety that I couldn't get out of, or, I was in a low point a couple of weeks ago because of that I had to get off the peptides, yo.
Really?
What?
Wait, well, which one are you taking now? I stopped the NAD.
Which one was that? Which one did you stop?
The NAD.
Why did you stop it?
Well, one, they just say that you just do it for like 6
Cycle
weeks. Yeah, and then you're supposed to lower the dose, and I just stopped doing it because the shit, to go there for 2 hours is like...
Oh, that's the NAB, the NAB. I only did that once. Yeah. I'm telling you, I was taking the pills and I stopped those, but then I was doing the shot. I don't know if it was the CJC 1295 maybe, or maybe the enclophamine citrate. Long story short, that shit had me angry as a motherfucker.
Really?
What? Because I was wondering, I'm like, why the fuck am I so mad? Like I would be getting mad at like the smallest shit.
Aggravated or mad?
Mad, like and like just like at dumb shit. Like not and like
You sure it wasn't tests like steroids, testosterone? Because that shit makes you bad.
Bro, I don't know. I think so. Whatever it was, I had to say to myself, like, cause I was thinking, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like my life is great. Like I'm not really pissed off at anybody in particular. Like what the fuck is happening? And I had to think about it. I'm like, yo, I bet you it's some fucking peptide. And then I started doing research on, hold on, I got it right here. I started doing research on the particular peptide I was using. And that shit had all the motherfucking symptoms. Like anger, suicidal ideations, all of that type of shit.
Damn.
The GLP-1.
That's the skinny drug. You on a skinny shot?
That ain't no skinny shot.
Yes, it is. That's the skinny.
I think it's different versions of GLP-1. GLP-1 is like the brand like Nike, but then it's like...
Well, GLP-1's a type of drug.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm microdosing that shit.
But that's the one that
Really?
gets you skinny.
Yeah.
Anger, depression,
made me skinny.
anxiety. Well, that shit ain't work for me. That shit ain't caused me to lose no weight. That shit just had me mad. Anger, depression, anxiety, and especially thoughts of suicide have been reported by some people taking GLP-1 medications. Although researchers have definitively established that the drugs, although researchers have not definitively established that the drugs themselves are the cause. Listen, they haven't done enough research on a lot of these peptides yet.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, as somebody who was on them all year long, I had all of that shit.
Careful.
Yeah, that's why as soon as I got off, it's like the light switch went off. Like,
Wow.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm back feeling like me now.
Yeah, this stuff is too early. I'm just waiting for everybody around me to be the guinny pigs, and then I'll figure out which
We're in a
ones.
no man's land right now with the GPL-1s, with the peptides, with the weed, truthfully.
I haven't been on that all year.
Right. And also, what's the shit they sell in the gas stations? Croton?
Horny goat weed?
What? No, the Croton, the
Cranum.
Cranum.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
I mean,
they call it like a gas station heroin or something like that, but it's just
there's a natural version that now the Trump administration, who's the fucking senator from Oklahoma, Malarkey, whatever the fuck his name is, he's trying to push for that, and then they're trying to outlaw the synthetic version. But apparently, like, there are lots of people who are getting addicted on this stuff, and there's no research on any of this stuff, basically.
I didn't want that shit. That shit had me paranoid. Like I thought I was having a real breakdown. Like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on?
yeah, just old fashioned, eat right, exercise.
Eat right,
Man,
exercise. I mean, that's what I do anyway. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, and I've been on it all year. So I started in January, and I should have took a break, but I didn't. So I've been on all year. But now I'm like, I don't want to get that shit the fuck away from me. What else we got? Let's do a couple more. Empty chair text says, if an alien invasion happened, who would you send up from each race to the aliens that represent each race? I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah, we can do this.
Huh?
We can do this.
Who?
White people. You're going to say Tom Brady.
No.
I'm going to say somebody else. Who am I going to say?
I wouldn't send, I'm going to be honest, I don't know who I would send because I don't even think that I would send anybody based on race. I really wouldn't. I think I would send them based on behavior that I've seen over the years. Who are the most empathetic people? Who are the most intelligent people? You know, who are the people that I know would go up there and not feel like, hey, man, I want to colonize your shit or take your shit. I want to feel like I'm more superior than you. Who's going to go up there and actually try to have olive branches and, you know, create a bond with these aliens?
I think this new pope is good. He seems empathetic.
Too religious.
I like Larry David as kind of a wild card. I feel like he could go up there and like keep it light.
He's gonna make a joke that pisses him off.
He's good at showing both sides. I like him. I'm trying to think who else.
I'm definitely sending Michelle Obama.
Michelle
Who's that
Obama.
girl on the spectrum that goes on those flotilla boats? Yeah,
Greta, very empathetic.
I'm definitely sending Michelle Obama.
Right.
Might send Daphne Joy, because she's always down for a good time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the aliens are into, but if Daphne Joy go, I'm serious. Daphne Joy might go up there.
It took me a second.
I'm just saying, like it just feels like that. See, definitely Michelle Obama, though. I can't really think of too many people that I could go trust to talk to fucking aliens, bro. That would have everybody's best interest in mind. I cannot think of too many people.
What about Bernie?
Nah, man.
Maybe.
Bernie might go up there and see all that tech and wonder how much that shit costs and then start you know what I mean? Start talking about cosmic capitalism or some shit like that. Like, I don't know, yo. I feel like, you know why I like Michelle Obama? And this is gonna sound crazy because she is a former first lady. She seems apolitical. She don't seem like she's a part of any party. She just seems like a person who cares about what's right. That's what I get from it. You know, even when I heard her talk the other day and she was talking about why certain people voted for Trump, I thought she was right on the money with what she was saying. Like, I'm not discrediting, you know, racism and white supremacy, but I do think that some people just felt hopeless and some people was just looking for some type of change. And,
sure.
And they bought the con that he was selling. They bought the dream that Trump was selling them. So I think that's when I can look at somebody who I know when I hear somebody who I know is disgusted at the way things are, disgusted that he's in the White House, but still have empathy for how he got there, but because of the people who voted for him, I'm like, she's different.
What about
Michelle Obama's different?
Mandami?
No.
Why not?
He did great with Trump.
Yeah. He's actually good.
He sent him into the Lion's Den. He handled it. He's smooth.
Yeah, listen, I like Mandani.
I'm starting to believe the hype, man. I'm starting to feel the hype.
Yeah.
There might be something
New York
there.
Centric. He wins in New York and LA.
But his instincts are spot on. He played the Knicks shit correctly, man. You know how many mayors would have tried to be in the front row, sitting next to fucking Chalamet and Ben Stiller and in the locker room and all that shit? He hung out at local bars. He sat up in the fucking nosebleeds.
He's a democratic socialist.
He figured out
Trump kikiing right next to him.
Is he a social democrat or democratic socialist? Because I just learned from Hassan Piker that they're different.
I don't know.
Because Hassan calls himself a democratic socialist, and I'm like, I always say that I would identify as that until I realized, no, I would identify as a social democrat. And I always said social democrat, but he said democratic socialist. So what is, because people liken democratic socialists to communists.
I think he's a democratic socialist.
Mandani.
Yeah, I think he says he is.
I think Mandani is New York specific, y'all.
I don't think so.
No, I think if anything, he's not that New York, but he figured out how to. I think he could do this in LA.
And that's why I said New York and LA are probably the only two places that he could get it done. But I think he's very, very New York specific. I just think that he's the hot guy in his market. You know how sometimes you go to a city and it's a rapper there that's like the guy in his city, right. But nobody else knows him anyplace else.
But the crazy thing is that he's the local New York guy that everybody across the country is like rooting for.
I don't know about that.
Yes, I go places and people are like, at least I got a good mayor. They don't say much other good things.
I mean, there's a lot of great mayors throughout the country, though, man. You got Brandon Scott in Baltimore, does a phenomenal job.
But making waves the way that Mamdani does.
I mean, I listen, I'm not knocking Mamdani. He's the mayor of the biggest city in the world. Salute to him. I just don't know if it translates outside of New York City.
You're talking about the aliens. I'm sending him to the aliens.
Yeah.
I'm sending him to aliens,
I'd rather send him and I don't want to lose.
Can we send
Michelle.
him to South Carolina first?
Start him there.
Yeah.
See how he does in South Carolina first. To the aliens, Mamdani?
Yeah.
Can't send him to see the aliens yet, bro. Nah, not the aliens, yo. Come on, man. He's only been in, a year?
But what if we send Michelle and we don't get her back?
I'll keep her too. She's dope. Like, I'll keep her. Like, yes, you know what? You should stay here with us, Michelle. You're too good for that godforsaken planet. Right. Bring the kids, all right? All right? Bring the kids, man. Barack, we didn't like the way he was playing footsie with Trump at the funeral. We'll come back to him.
Barack's not bad.
Barack wouldn't be bad to send either. But I just think Barack's too political. Barack is a Democrat tried and true. I don't get that from Michelle for some reason. And I know Michelle is super liberal. I just don't get that from her.
I feel like she's a Democrat, but she's equally aggravated by everybody.
By everybody. That's it. She's equally aggravated.
I think the Democrats aggravate her as much as Republicans. Maybe not exactly the same, but close.
And that's what we got to send to talk to the aliens. Because I know that the aliens know more about us than we know more about them. And they're probably here because they're aggravated at the shit that we're doing to their planet. You know, they always say that the aliens come around when there's talk of nuclear war or when there is nuclear war. And they come to save us.
I didn't know they say that, but okay.
Yes, they come to save us from ourselves.
Well, where were they in 1945?
They say that's when they really started to see.
That is true.
Yes.
Post-World War II.
Yes.
You're right.
Yes. They say that's when they really started to see sightings of UFOs and shit like that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, My thing is we need people that are equally as aggravated with this planet as they probably are. And Michelle definitely fits that bill. Definitely.
That's funny.
All right.
Let's do one more. Wow.
Oh, that UFC fighter, whoever that was, he needs to apologize to Michelle. That was not called for.
That shit was whack.
No, he did exactly what he was brought there to do. Why should he apologize?
That's true.
I mean, even his people is upset.
That whole setup was for moments like that.
I gave him Donkey of the Day.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, the reason I gave him Donkey of the Day because it was just stupid, but
Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America?
stuff like that, it just backfires on them. Because when you're at somebody like him who makes a comment about Michelle Obama, all you do is remind people of what this country no longer is. We remind people of what's not in the White House anymore. Class, dignity, intelligence, real patriots who actually gave a fuck about, more than just themselves in this country. And when you see that, man, when you see, him go up there and be so fucking classless to make that kind of comment about Michelle Obama, it just reminds you of what's not anymore in the White House.
Yeah, that was corny shit.
_taps_, we can end with this one. If AI, I want to do two more. If AI solves human mortality, no war or illness, will humans find a way to kill each other? Absolutely.
Yeah.
We always do. We get bored.
Yeah.
By the way, you shouldn't want mortality. Now, do I want to live as long as humanly possible? Yes, I feel like I'm going to live to be 101. That's what God has shown me. That's what he has said to me through others. I'm going to live to be 101. But you're supposed to go on to your next journey. That's how you have to look at life, bro. Like, you're not supposed to be on this journey forever. Like, that's just not the way the world works. Like, there is life and there is death for a reason. Some of us are here a little bit longer than others. And when we're here a little bit longer than others, God bless. But the ones of us that weren't, some of us made an impact in a very short period of time. And, some people didn't. And by the way, some people make impact with one or two people. They're just their family, and that's fine too. But I just don't feel like we're supposed to be here forever. So I don't want AI to solve human mortality. No illness would be great. No war would be great. But we still have to die.
Would you take a scenario where, so there's no illness, right? There's no war. So basically there's no internal or external forces that are going to kill you.
I'm great with that.
But in exchange for that, you get at a certain point, maybe it's your birth, your expiration date. You know that you're going to die, let's say at 107 or 94 or whatever it is. Like, would that be freeing to know, okay, I got until this amount of time and I can plan everything out, accordingly and, get everything lined up? Or is like the sense of that going to be hanging over everything all the time? And you always, because we all know we're going to die, but we all also trick ourselves into thinking
we got time,
or it's never definitive. It's always this kind of like gray area where you never really sit in that moment. But if I knew like, all right, I'm going to die on, December 31st, 2000 and, I don't even want to put a date on it because now I'm already like, fuck, but that's the point, right? Like, is that scarier in a way to know the date? And I'll even say it's a good date. I'm not talking about dying in your 50s or your 20s, your 90s, 100, 80s, something like that.
That's a great question. I mean, I really don't know if it would be better to know the exact date. I feel like I wouldn't want to know the exact date, but if I did know the exact date, I would treat it like it's a vacation. I would treat it like, hey, I'm going on vacation at such and such time. The reason I wouldn't want to know that, though, because that would mean I would have to know everybody else's, too.
Oh.
And you wouldn't want that.
Imagine that with your kids.
Exactly. What if you find out your kids
you get a bad expiration date with your kids?
Yeah. Like I'm saying, like I wouldn't want that. Like God really has designed this perfectly. We the ones that keep fucking it up. We're fucking, even that question, if AI solves human mortality, we shouldn't be trying to solve human mortality. Now, should we be trying to live in a world where there's no war or no illness? Absolutely. But trying to live forever? No. We all must go. And we all must go for a reason. Because I feel like there's another journey for us to go on. Like this consciousness, this spirit, it has to go someplace else. And, you know,
did you
I look forward
always
to
feel
living
like
that.
this, or was that experience you had with ayahuasca kind of what drove this sort of thinking?
I don't know if it was the ayahuasca, but definitely in more recent times have I started to not be afraid of the death thing. You know what I mean? Of course, I don't want to go anytime soon. I want to watch my kids grow up. You know what I mean? I want to watch my kids grow up. I want my whole family to have to bury me. But yeah, I've definitely thought about it. Like I remember Ryan Holiday gave me this coin one time. This was years ago. Ryan Holiday, salute to Ryan. He gave me this coin and it said, "You're going to die one day." And I'm like, why would you give me this? And he was just like, because it's a sobering reminder that you're going to die one day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but that puts things in perspective for you. It's like, he's right. So let's get to it. Let's live while we still got the opportunity to motherfucking live. You know what I mean? Like let's do this life thing the right way while we still have the opportunity to do this life thing the right way. And I think that, you know, you carry that coin with you and you look at it every now and then just to know, all right, you ain't got no time, bro. You don't have the time that you think you have. And even if you are going to live to 101 like me, that shit can come tomorrow. I'll be 48 in a couple of weeks, bro.
Wow.
That's that's wild to me. 48 years old. Like I still feel 8. Like I can still remember all of that shit like it was yesterday. All of that shit flew by. Like, and it did not wait. So, you know, like I tell my kids all the time, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Because everything you did in your life, everything you do in your life today directly impacts all your tomorrows. So I can sit back and watch so many people that I know and love who just never moved, never really, you know, set out to do anything. Like they just kind of just let life go by.
I'm gonna share a quote with you guys that
Okay.
Bob Dylan just gave to.
They kind of let life just kind of go by. And, you know, now they're sitting back my age saying to themselves like, damn, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? Like the time ain't gonna wait. So you might as well fill it in doing something.
My outlook is like, all right, I think I'm going to make it till 80. So if I live life that way, if anything I get after 80 is just, you know, cherry on top.
Wow.
But like I definitely am living my life to the fullest every day I can.
Oh, I got to read this, Chris.
So this is an article.
What's this?
On Trump's 80th birthday, the New York Times asked several celebrities, artists to talk about being 80 and what they've learned. I mean, everything he said was actually pretty amazing, but the last sentence really stuck with me.
The really worst part about being 80 is that you find at last you've got an understanding of something that might have altered everything in the past, had it come at a time when something could still be altered. When you're young, you think that time moves forward. At 80, you know that it doesn't. It stands still. We're the ones that don't move. Factual.
No, we're the ones that move.
Oh, we're the ones that move. Yes, factual. But are either or. You can choose to move or you choose not to move. Time is just time. How you fill it in is what gets you to whatever level you're trying to be at.
Now read what he said about the best thing about turning 80, because this is very good too.
The best thing about being 80 is that you outlive the clocks that have been chasing you. It's freedom from that lie that anything was ever under control. You don't chase the parade anymore. You're an old king from some vanished country. You're heart of the program. You're not rushing to become anything, and you're not haunted by things that you did. You're haunted by how little of it really mattered in the way you thought it would. That is where that's where I'm at now at 47. Straight up. That's literally where I'm at 47. So I can imagine what I'll feel like at 80. What that question the dude asked me earlier about, you know, false narratives about you, that's exactly why I don't care. You're not rushing to become anything, and you're not haunted by things that you did. You're haunted by how little of it really mattered in the way you thought it would. Like, yes, you're part of the program, because all of these motherfuckers are constantly trying to tell you who you are. You can't tell me about me. That's a good way to end it. As always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. But if you listen to this podcast and you think we're just a couple idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the Brilliant Idiots Podcast. Thank you for listening.